Hey, so Paul told me a while back you got a big promotion. Let's hear about it.
Paul did?
Yeah.
You got a big promotion?
You did.
Oh no, I didn't get a big promotion.
Told me. I mean, I'm going back a while, maybe 6 months or so. Did you get some kind of promotion to like a regional manager or something?
Nah.
Shit.
Well,
Wonder why you thought that.
Nah, nothing's changed in the last couple of years.
Shit.
I got some guy that's been calling me from fucking Newington.
Yeah.
He cold called me. Said he had found my resume online or something, and that he runs a Visa MasterCard company.
Uh-huh.
And I just, I told him, based on what he's doing, just too basic for me.
Uh-huh.
Then he called me again probably about a month ago, and he left me a voicemail saying that there was opportunities to invest in his company.
Ooh.
Which equates probably to that he has no money.
I used to hate the calls I hated the most was because it was over time that got on my nerves was, a partner. I want to partner with you. I have a partnering opportunity. And every partnering opportunity was really them wanting to somehow get in on your shit and not giving a lot in return. Like put my link on your site, promote this, promote that on your site, or have your sales guys talk about this, talk about that, and we give you, a little something. That's not a partner as far as I'm concerned. That you want to make money off of something I'm doing. It used to get on my nerves, the partnering.
You still got some of your accounts?
I do.
How do you have some of them if you sold the portfolio?
Well, I had a lot of portfolios.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, well, maybe 4 or so. And the one I kept was called Burlington Merchant Services. I kept it because when I had my what was my last? Yeah, my last ISO deal with First Data. It was all set and ready to go. Right, there was about 8 guys. They were all bigger than me. They were all Nova guys, which I was also with Nova, which is now I think Elon. But all set and ready to go. I got in on the deal with the First Data deal. I mean, now it's not even a great deal, and at the time it was like, nobody had a deal like this. But anyway, all set and ready to go. Like, Steve, we have bad news. Nova's really been on us. They're threatening lawsuits for, stealing people out of Nova. We can't do this with you anymore. I said, what? Because I was Advanced Merchant Services, my name.
Right.
And he said, fuck. I said, what if I start a different company name and just, start writing deals under that? I mean, the Nova will never know.
Right.
And they reluctantly went along with it, so I picked Burlington Merchant Services, right? But, so maybe I only put accounts into that for about a year. And then it so happened that, they were no longer afraid of Nova. So then I just abandoned it and, just started doing things under Advanced Merchant Services. So when I sold everything under Advanced Merchant Services, which over about 3 or 4 years had the most of the business coming in, it didn't make sense to sell Burlington. But Burlington only has about, like 150 accounts left in it. And all I do really, 90% of what I do for that is just close accounts. It's just field account closures. People just want to close their account. It's just the nature of the beast.
Right.
It's just the normal attrition ratio. But that's all I kind of do for it. Just watch it dwindle.
Why can't you keep building it up? Why wouldn't you want to?
It's too difficult. To have to write through First Data, you really have to have a staff and everything and people. You don't have to, but what would be the point? It's like I had a model.
How much income, if I could ask, do you get from the ones that you have right now?
Maybe 160 grand a year.
See, that's not bad.
No, it's
for
not.
Doing nothing. No. But what I'm saying is, if you could build
it goes down.
Right, but
it's probably not. I take it back. It's probably down to 110 a year.
All right, so say it's 100 grand, but
yeah.
if you just kept those people happy, right? But then went in and doubled it, then it was up to 200 grand, right?
Yeah.
Are you that rich that 200 grand?
Well,
all right, put it this way. What if
you make it sound so easy?
What if we partnered and I brought in accounts and gave wrote accounts under that Burlington Merchant Services.
Well, then that's a different story. Then we can do that. See, I mean, you make it sound so easy. Remember, I mean, my business model was getting people off the internet with internet advertising,
Right.
people to field the calls,
Right.
and a lot of it was just, you know, new startup people, and whatever stuck. You know.
See, you must not have it. There's not a ton of. How do you get $100,000 out of it? It's just those must not be huge accounts, right? There must be a pretty small mom and pop type thing.
Yeah, most of them.
And if it was bigger accounts, you'd make more money.
Well, see, yeah, one of the reasons why I did pretty good early on is that was the mindset in the industry. We don't want that fucking shit. We just want high processing volume accounts.
Yeah.
So everyone overlooked the mom and pop, but you know what? It's like, you know, 15 mom and pops can do as good as a halfway decent sized large account. Plus, you're probably making a little bit more money on them in the first place. Everyone overlooked that
Is
aspect.
that first data? You know about OpBlue?
No.
Okay. So where I think the opportunity is going to be over the next couple of years for Visa MasterCard is this year, last year, American Express started wholesaling our rate to the processors.
Right.
Right? So all these companies that are processing with that process Visa MasterCard and then have an American Express account through American Express at like, you know, 3% or 3.5%, Visa MasterCard, right?
Yeah.
If they were smart right now, the reps out there, what they'd be doing is American Express is wholesaling the rates.
Yeah.
So you can buy like an American Express rate for like 2%, and then anything on top of that you is profit. Is go in, give a lower American Express rate to get them to switch the business. Because most people, it's still the perception that American Express is so high.
Yeah, it's a perception.
That would be the end. It's like, to me, that's like a gold mine. Like all these people with American Express are paying 3.5%, and now they can get Visa MasterCard through their processor. Amex is not involved anymore, and you can.
Yeah, it's a pretty good deal. It's a pretty good deal.
Dude, it's like it's going to be the Wild West out there because everything's going over from American Express is going over to Visa MasterCard. The American Express doesn't want to process the small merchants anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be out of our portfolio. So right now, over like the next couple of years, it's fucking huge. Like I have, like my book of business over the last 12 years, every single person I've ever sold American Express to, if I called them back up and said, you're paying 3.5% with American Express, if you go with Advanced Merchant Services, I get you 2.5% and save you 15 basis points on your Visa MasterCard. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah, it's we could do that. I mean, that kind of answers your question. The reason why I haven't done it was because, like I said, my whole model was fielding calls off the internet.
right.
Once I took down that
Order
app,
taker.
Huh?
You're an order taker.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I-
Nothing wrong
one-
with that,
and then
man.
you know, since
That's what I
then,
was my first couple years there.
since then, I've signed accounts, but only just if they fell into my lap, you know, kind of thing.
Because I have huge accounts. I mean, that's all I've signed over the last 7 years is multi-million. I mean, pretty much if it doesn't do $5 million in Amex, which $5 million in Amex is usually minimum 30 in Visa MasterCard. Those are the type of accounts that I've been working on over the last half dozen years.
Amex would be okay with you stealing those accounts?
I wouldn't be able to tell them. Fuck no. That has conflict of interest written all over.
Aren't you a little concerned that they might find out? That's your livelihood, dude.
Well, I'd have to, obviously, I'd have to be very careful how it occurs. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to put some thought into that.
You have to.
It's just that whole book of business that I have.
Your whole world can come crashing down, dude, if Amex fired you.
Yeah.
How old are you now?
40.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just thinking, like, I don't know. There's got to be ways around it. Like, even if, like, getting in the door, I don't know. I'm
Give
just
it
saying,
some
like,
thought. Give it some
what
thought.
you said with having, like, the internet, like, so much of what I do is over the phone. Like, I have access to everybody's American Express rates. So if you what you should do is find out if the platform you guys use is OpBlue compatible right now. And if it is, what you can purchase the Amex rates for. That'd be the first step. Let's find out what you can purchase the Amex rates for and see how that compares to what the 500 accounts I've signed over the last 10 years are, what they're processing at.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Even
check
makes
that out.
sense.
And you have to find out if, you know, if you're okay with